I have been to Expo Rwanda a couple of times already during this year's expo, so I thought I knew what to expect when I came back for the closing day. But honestly, I was a little surprised because this time the crowd was on another level. Even before getting through the gates, you could already see that a lot of people had turned up, and once I got inside, it was clear that the closing day had a completely different energy. There were more young people, more families, more children, and just a lot more people moving around and enjoying themselves. Welcome to PMG, and a big thank you to everyone who has already subscribed and continues to support the channel. And if you're new here, I noticed something I really want to share with you. Around 90% of the people watching our videos still haven't subscribed to PMG. So if you're one of them, consider subscribing. We are here to explore Rwanda beyond the usual headlines, the places, the people, the businesses, the events, and the changes happening across the country. And there's a lot more of Rwanda we want to show you. Compared with the previous two times I came here, the atmosphere felt much more lively. There was more entertainment happening around the different stands, and you could really see young people enjoying themselves. There was music, dancing, challenges, games, and different activities designed to get people involved. And I think that's one thing that stood out to me about this closing day. It wasn't just people coming to look at products anymore. People were actually coming to spend time here. You would see groups of friends walking around together, parents with their children, young people taking part in activities, and people simply enjoying the atmosphere. For many visitors, the expo had become more than a place to shop or look at businesses. It had become somewhere to hang out. And judging by the number of people who showed up, a lot of people clearly wanted to be part of the final day. But when the music stops, the stands calm down and everyone goes home, I think there is a bigger question worth asking. What does an event like Expo Rwanda actually leave behind? And that's something I touched on in my previous videos. Of course, the expo gives businesses an opportunity to put their products, services in front of thousands of potential customers, but it's also about something bigger: connections. An entrepreneur can meet another entrepreneur, a business can meet a potential partner, a customer can discover a local brand they didn't know existed, and someone who came simply to enjoy the event might walk away having discovered a product, a service, or even a business opportunity. So even though the expo itself eventually comes to an end, some of these connections can continue long after the gates close. And there is another part of the expo that I found particularly interesting, the employment opportunities. When you are walking around an event like this, it's easy to focus on the big companies, the products, and the entertainment, and overlook the people working behind these scenes. But there were so many people doing different kinds of jobs throughout the expo. For example, there were these little cars for children, the kind where a child can sit inside and ride around. But the children were not actually driving them. There were young people controlling the cars remotely, making sure everything was running properly and helping the kids enjoy the experience. And then you had young people working with different brands, taking part in challenges, dancing, interacting with visitors, and helping attract attention to different stands. Those might look like small jobs when you look at them individually, but put all of them together and you start to see how an event of this size creates opportunities for a lot of people. For some young people, it could be a temporary job. For others, it could be an opportunity to meet someone, promote themselves, gain experience, or even make a connection that leads to something bigger. And I think that's an important part of events like this that doesn't always get enough attention. But the impact doesn't stop at the gates of the expo either. Think about all the people who traveled to Kigali for this event. They needed somewhere to stay, they needed somewhere to eat, they needed transportation. They went out, they spent money, they visited other places, they interacted with other businesses. So while the expo was happening at the exhibition grounds, there were other businesses across Kigali benefiting from the increased number of visitors. Hotels, restaurants, cafes, transport operators, entertainment businesses, and other players in the hospitality sector all had an opportunity to benefit from the extra activity. And that's one of the interesting things about major events. The event itself might happen in one location, but its economic impact can spread much further. And now, after seeing the expo in 3 different occasions, I think the closing day gave me a slightly different perspective. The first thing you notice is the crowd, then you notice the entertainment, then the businesses. But when you look a little closer, you start seeing something bigger. You see entrepreneurs looking for customers, young people finding temporary work, brands trying to connect with new audiences, families and friends coming together, visitors spending money in different parts of the city, and businesses getting opportunities they might not have had without an event like this. That's probably what I will remember most about this year's Expo Rwanda. Not just the products on display, but the people and the opportunities that came with bringing all these people together. And now, the gates are closing on another edition of Expo Rwanda. But hopefully, for the businesses, entrepreneurs, and the young people who were part of it, some of those opportunities are only just beginning. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. There's a lot more coming.
Yes,